Competitor comparison pages are a great way for SaaS businesses to actually be able to rank in Google and other search engines simply by building pages that target competitor-based queries. What I mean by that, if you're not familiar, is when a user is actually going to Google and they're searching for company A versus company B, this is considered as a competitor comparison query. And how you're able to actually target and rank for this term is by building a competitor comparison page that targets specifically giving a one-to-one comparison of your company versus the other company, your competitor. If you go to Google right now and you run a few different queries and you take a look at some of your direct competitors, I guarantee you what you're going to see there 9 times out of 10 are some of the larger review aggregators in the SaaS space, right? TrustRadius, Capterra, G2, et cetera, et cetera. And the reason why is those companies have built up a massive directory, of course, that allows them to rank for those pages and terms. But the problem with that for you specifically is that those pages ranking and taking up real estate and grabbing attention of people that are actually searching for those queries, it doesn't allow you to control the narrative of your product. It doesn't allow you to define your position in your given segment. And that is really the power of building these pages, right? One of the core reasons to build these pages is to grab that attention and to rank and to be able to grab those users from Google. But these pages also have a ton of value when you're running, for example, paid campaigns. These are often common for companies to run against competitors' branded queries, right? Or to run these at the middle of the funnel. Basically, competitor comparison queries and competitor comparison pages are extremely useful and beneficial, again, from the organic, from the SEO side of things, but they also have multiple use cases across other marketing channels as well. But going back to that core point, why these pages are high priority and why they have a ton of value is that they allow you to define your position in your space. They allow you to control the narrative about what your product does best. Competitor comparison pages, they're not built to go out and to say bad things or to trash your competition, right? The purpose of those are to define your position. And the other huge benefit, of course, of this is, really thinking about what is the intent behind somebody that is going and comparing our company against another. That means they're very, very deep in the funnel, right? They're getting ready to make a purchase decision and they need to better understand which is the best fit for them. So if you're able to build that page and actually give a one-to-one comparison with the idea of going in and thinking that, okay, we're building this page in order to also reduce churn for clients and customers that won't be a fit for our product, and to actually pull in those users that are looking for a specific feature set that we have, then you're building something of value. Then you're building something that will actually be of value to people when they find it. They will actually convert off of that. And you'll also actually work to reduce churn for not getting users in that are not a good fit for your product, but rather pushing them to a competitor that does something better that perhaps your software doesn't cover. So the great thing about competitor comparison pages is they're not only focused on those versus queries, but they'll also allow you to target alternative queries as well. And the reason why alternative queries are powerful is that a common theme in the SaaS space and also other spaces as well is searching for an alternative to your current solution. So if I was to go to Google right now and run a query for Salesforce alternative. So I'm specifically, in that case, as a user, I'm probably right now using Salesforce, but I'm looking for other options, right? I want to understand what else is out there on the market. And again, the beauty of the competitor comparison page is that, it's usually able to target and rank for not only the versus query, so again, your company versus competitor's name, but it's also able to target specifically alternatives to your competitor's name. So like Salesforce alternative, right? Salesforce versus company ABC, as well as Salesforce alternative. It's able to tackle and target both of those queries from a ranking perspective in Google, which is also very powerful. This is a bit above, maybe closer to the middle of the funnel in terms of the intent behind somebody searching for an alternative, but it allows you to start to grab more of that attention to get users into your universe, into your world, and then push them through to get them closer to the bottom of the funnel to taking an actual action. So if you're not leveraging competitor comparison pages, I would highly encourage you to consider doing so for organic purposes, for direct users coming to the website through other channels, for paid ad purposes, right? They are extremely beneficial in allowing you to tell your story and allowing you to control the narrative. And when you see G2, TrustRadius, Capterra, and all those other aggregators in the search results, do not be discouraged, right? Do not be discouraged when you see those and you don't see in other competitors, because that's a very good ranking sign from the organic perspective of that. If you go and build a great piece of content and outline specifically your one-to-one breakdown, you have a great chance still of ranking. Even with minimal authority, with a minimal link profile in a lot of cases, these still make sense to build, and they also make sense for you to build even if your product has minimal brand awareness. I would get busy in 2023 if you've not already built competitor comparison pages. They can be extremely beneficial for allowing you to control that narrative rather than G2 or Capterra to control it for you, and allow you to position yourself in your particular market.